Video, you know, this is for sure, Yeah, Mac video, open your soul, represent your ghetto.
That's Mac. That sounds like Muslim, no?
No, it's just the S and the Mac. Shawnee Mac.
S Mac, okay. Now you know better than that.
I can't ask you what your diet was.
Yeah, no, but you know, look. I trained right here. I had 7 brothers and a mama and daddy. That's for almost 10 people in the house. I ate whatever mama put on the table. Look, she would cook that big old turkey pot that you would cook on Christmas turkey. She would cook, fill it up spaghetti, fill it up with chili bean, mac and cheese, fill it up, and whatever. And if we had steak, we had to split a steak. Me and somebody. I want the bone side. Give me the bone side. Okay. We'd eat a whole loaf of bread in one night. A gallon of milk would be gone. We'd have to get a gallon of milk every day. Because if we all had cereal and milk, that gallon's gone. So, whatever mama put on the table, all through until I got on my own. Okay, from 13 to 20, I ate what mama fed me. Then from 20 to 25, I ate what the state gave me. Okay? And I would give certain people that worked in the kitchen a pack of cigarettes to bring me a steak sandwich, 2 packs of cigarettes, or bring me a dozen of eggs. To sneak me up. What you want? Raw eggs? Bring me a dozen eggs where I could eat the raw eggs, okay? And they bring me my eggs. I need some cheese. Bring me some cheese. Stuff like that. I would pay, when you're in jail, cigarettes is your money. I would pay with cigarettes to get whatever I needed. When I 25, when I come home, the protein that I got was MLO, and it broke me out with pimples on my shoulder because I had too much sugar in it or something. So I quit taking that. Now, when I started competing, they were telling me about pre-digestive protein to help you get cut up. And so I was drinking that, okay? They took it off the market because it was eating the lining out of the bodybuilder's stomach. Okay, back in the day, in the late 50s, early 60s, Dave Draper, the bodybuilder, brown bomber, he was doing tuna in water. Okay, buy tuna, open the can, pour the water off, eat the plain tuna. That's too much chewing. The tuna is nasty. So I pour the water off, put the tuna in a blender, put a cup of warm water in the blender.
I love tuna.
Squeeze lemon juice in it and blend it up and let it till it was so fine, and then I drink it. I do 2 or 3 cans of that a day. Okay? You see how cut I was on them pictures? I was drinking that stuff, holding my nose. Okay? And then eat a whole thing of strawberries.
All these protein shakes weren't even in play back then.
I didn't have no protein shakes. I didn't mess with that. Okay? And then when I used to buy every kind of fruit they had in the fruit department. And I'd go home and chop and put it in a big old Tupperware. All kind of fruit in one big Tupperware. And I'd eat off of that the whole week. Okay? And now, my theory, chicken, a baked chicken is like paper. A turkey is like cardboard. Okay? More healthier, more strong. So I said, no chicken, I'd bake me a turkey. I'd bake a turkey and start eating turkey all day, each week.
All right, I'm going to ask you a controversy question.
Yes.
Don't have to answer it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, just shut me down. I want to ask you about weightlifting and taking shots.
Steroids.
Yes.
Gear. Okay.
Did you take steroids?
Yes.
And when did you and when and how did you get introduced to steroids?
Okay, I did a couple of shows. And I asked Roy Liedermeyer in Mr. LA. I said, damn, Roy, how you get your cut so thick? And that was one of my biggest shows when I got out the pen. And he says, did you change your gear? I said, what do you mean? Did you change your steroids? I don't use no steroids. You look like that without steroids? And I had 22.5-inch arms. I was big. But that was from being buffing. I said, I had never seen a steroid. I was 32 years old. I didn't know what they looked like. I was 30.
So from 14 to 34, you never touched steroids at all?
No, not 34, 32.
32.
The guy when I started going to Men Big Willie, we were looking for a good home for us to train in. So we went from gym to gym. We went from Bill Pearl's to Jack Lane to YMCA we stopped at the Trojan Gym on Adams and Grant. We stopped there, and we on the second floor. And I met the guy who worked at the desk when you came in. He was from Belize. His name was Julio. Okay? Big Monson, Big Monson. I come in the door. Here, take your vitamins. Them little tear packages you buy at 7-Eleven. He put a package of that in my hand, and he threw a couple of other pills. 2 blue ones and a white one. Okay, I'm thinking he just adding on some more vitamin. Leave it there, leave it there, bro. So every day he was doing that. So one day we're in the back room, the mirror's in front of me, the mirror up there, you can see your chest. I'm benching. Big Willie working. I don't know who else, but Will was my main workout partner. And so I hit 300 real good. Then they go around, then I get on and hit 4 real good. I said, give me 4 1/4. Give me a quarter. Okay? And I'm doing like the old tiny deal, getting myself all fired up. I'm getting myself fired up. They don't put a quarter on. They put a plate on. Okay? So this is 500 pounds. They put a plate on, and I lay back down. All right, Big Mons, go. And I pick it up, and I run that sucker 10 times. And I get up, and I'm fired up. And the vein in my forehead, we got a vein right here. That sucker was big as my finger. I said, what the fuck is that? Okay? And they laughing. I'm like, what y'all laughing about? Really say,
I stopped the story.
Really say, look what you got on the bar. And I look, and I got 500. I said, I just did that 10 times? He said, yeah, that's the first time I had did it in my life.
So what, those pills were
they was giving me, the guy at the desk was giving me steroids.
I thought steroids was a shot.
Wait a minute, he was giving me pills. Wait a minute. You asked me the story, let me tell it. So I'm sitting there, I said, 500. I said, Julio, what you been giving me? Just like that. Because I couldn't, from day to night, you understand? From one moment to the next moment, it changed that fast.
Wow.
Julio, okay. He said, what you? He come back, Julio from Belize. What is it, Monson? What's the matter, Monson? I said, what the hell you been giving me? He said, what happened? And Willie's laughing, and whoever else, because he always have 3 people. I don't remember the third one. And Willie says, he just hit 500 10 times. That shit's working, Monson. He said, it ain't working for me. I said, what do you mean? See, he was going to the doctor. Walter J. Cox in Cedar Sinai, okay, twice a month. But it wasn't working for him because his genetics, okay?
My Belizeans are black like us. What are you talking about?
But our genetics are different, okay? I come from the slaves in Arkansas, okay? You understand? My ancestor could have been field hands or something, okay? My mother stood 6'2" and had a size 12 foot, okay? She was a big lady. I remember one time we doing laundry, and I say, Mama, how much do you weigh? She said 185 pounds. So you think I don't remember that? I come from good shit, okay? Yes. My brother, tall, was 6'5" or something, almost 6. My oldest brother, 6'5", okay? Teddy, 6'4". So, and then Psycho Run, he was 6'5". 16, and look. And when I started him working out with that little baby rattler and that preacher curl bench, that green top, he'd sit back here all day doing preacher curls.
Or you were back home to build up Run.
And then one day I come to visit, and he was walking. I parked in the front, and he's coming. They said, Craig out there, and so he coming to see me. And he coming down the side, and I'm sitting in the front. I said, good Lord, get a load of this motherfucker. His arms was that big. Okay? He was, and his head was up over the fence, way up over the fence. I'm like, look at that. He was touching from wall to the house. I'm like, good Lord, what you done did to yourself? That's all natural shit. Okay? That's all natural. Did Ron smoke weed?
No, he never got out.
No, he no.
Let me ask you, is it possible to compete in the muscle industry without being on
No,
steroids?
hell no. Not like
There's no natural competition.
you could do a natural competition, but they call them classical physique now. They wear short pants. Yeah, something like that. They wear the little short pants, and you can get grip. Okay, yes, I got 22 and a half inch on, but I had been training all my life. These guys nowadays, they start doing steroids in high school.
Can you look at someone and spot them
Like that.
if they take steroids?
Like that. They don't look like we did.
If I take steroids?
No, hell no. Look at you. No,
I'm testing you, man.
no. You know you don't. I know you don't. No. And I don't either now. I'm old man. I'm 70 years old.
Did you ever cross over from the pills to the shots?
Yes, I used to do testosterone. Okay.
Tell us how you evolved into that. I'm curious.
Oh no, so back up that train. Am I talking too much, Teddy? Am I giving up too much?
No, you're good.
Yeah, because see, I ain't supposed to be giving up everything. But hey, you my friend. Okay.
I'm looking at your right hand, man. It's kind of big, man.
Oh, but you see that's where they cut me. See my surgery?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you see I can't even close it good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but my hand used to be monsters. Okay. And so when they was on swole, because they ain't on swole now, but when they were on swole, and this here was 21 inches. My forearm was 21 inches. When the police would handcuff me, they couldn't put handcuffs on me. Okay, when they shipped me from San Quentin to Jamestown, because I had a date to come home, right? It's time for me to come home. They said, you're going to Jamestown for 90 days to air out, to get from behind the wall. You go over there and chill out. When I get to Jamestown, me and my big ass, I get to Jamestown, and the youngsters, they out there buffing iron on the grass, on the yard. And my dormitory is right above there where they buffing. Okay, I'm like, oh, there's my dorm. I'm gonna go up there, and the police is right there. The guards, they leaning, looking at their brother's train. I go make up my bed. I got to hurry up to the iron pile so I could establish myself. I go down there. They were benching, and I said, "Can I get in next? Can I get in the car?" They said, "Yes." So I'm ready, and I got my shirt, my jacket all bumped up here. That's the prison attire, right? And the guy get up. He got on 5 quarters on each side. Teddy, where are the quarters? You ain't got no regular quarters? No. I just said, where they at? Oh, because I see that you took stuff out of the container.
That's the Olympics.
Yeah, I was looking for the real quarters. Yeah. Okay.
Did you ever come across anybody in prison bigger than
Wait
Craig
a minute,
Monson?
let me tell you. The Boonchuck was big, and Big Bates was big. Big Bates stood 6'5". I got pictures, but he didn't tie in good. Okay, he wasn't pretty. My shit tied in well. You know what I mean? Big Bates had big arms, a big waist, like that. You got to be symmetrically what? Okay. Big Boonchuck was a big Samoan, strong in a bull. Okay, but he was just big. You know, Samoan, just big. Now, where was I at? What was I talking?
In the 5 quarters.
Oh. So I lean over, like I'm on the back of the bench, and I lean over to tighten the weights up, okay? And it's on a short bar. So I tighten the weights up, and they're quarters. Cling, ring, 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 when they tighten them up together. And the people thought I was just going to tighten it up. I tighten it up, then I pick that sucker up and start curling it, okay? And they bench pressing this, and they said, good Lord, will you get a load of this motherfucker? And wait. Then when I set it down, the police up there, they said, hey, inmate, hey, you, convict. Yes, sir. Where you live at? I said, right behind you. So-and-so bumped. When you get here? I said, I just got off the bus. Just made in my bed. Did I do something wrong, sir? No, okay. That night, 3 o'clock in the morning, they kicked my bed. Get your ass up. What? They took me to the hole. You too big for this prison.
Oh, wow.
And sent me back to San Quentin.
Wow.
And look, when I'm in Quentin, the guards, I'm going home. I got a date. I'm coming through the line with getting my food. And the guard at the end of the line, he said, get that convict some more food. He too big for the prison. They had a running joke among themselves. because it spread it like wildfire. Okay, they put me in a hole in Jamestown, and I had to stay in the hole for 7 days to wait for the bus to come. Okay, come once a week. And when the bus come, they take me, you leave a hole, you go to the hole. So they take me back to San Quentin and put me in the hole. But when you go to the hole, you got to go to the committee. When I go to the committee, they said, Monson, you got a date. We just sent you out of here. We ain't even had time to give your cell away. I said, they didn't want me there. Go back to your cell. Go back to the laundry. Don't worry about nothing.
Let me ask you something. Did you ever get challenged in prison? Did you ever have any fights or altercations? Or you kind of skated through just based off the side?
No, I knocked out a couple. I knocked out a couple of people.
Over what?
This and that and the other. Okay. Remember, that got me. I got a free bus ride to San Quentin for helping that little brother. Okay. In that particular scene, that was my first scene. And then, they people were jumping, hiding up under the ping pong table, and hiding up under the where you sit, the chair. And I had put my back against the wall. And I'm watching this. I'm like, good Lord, this is what these gangsters supposed to be? Because they was running around like chickens screaming. And the police stuck the tear gas in the window. Pow! Pow! And then shot one brother. He was running by the window and shot him right in the face, blinded him. The tear gas burned his eyes out. This is my first get down in the prison. But the first, really, where I was involved. And I'm standing up against the wall, checking everything. I put your back against the wall. Nobody behind you. And I'm watching. I'm like, look at this mess. All that screaming. And then somebody hollered, Monson, Monson. And I'm the smoke, and the door is way over there. And I look, and my little buddy is got his body wedged between the door and the wall. And the police is trying to shut the door, close me up in. I'm one of the last ones left in there. Monson, Monson. So I run, and I hit that door with a football hit, and that police went sliding across them wax floors.
What pops in my mind right now, I'm going over the years that he's in prison. He's in prison during the whole George Jackson situation.
No, George just got killed. Yeah, George. I was in county jail, Angela Davis and all that. When I walked, I was fighting my case.
Or you hadn't made it to the prison yet? Okay.
But when I remember that happened in the adjustment center, when they said Angela Davis brought the gun and her wig into the adjustment center. When we come into Quentin, the day we come in, and they got to be all handcuffed like this, right? And the adjustment center is right here, and we got to walk past it to go to the hole. And the gunman up here, somebody in the group says, and the man up there says, all right, you niggas, if one of you niggas slip, I'm going to blow your head off. Straight out, just like that. My introduction to San Quentin. And I'm like, oh shit.
and this is right after the whole George Jackson.
Yes. And they said, let me see you jumping. And the guy says, that's the motherfucker that killed George. You hear me? You hear what I'm saying? He said, you ready to go?
No, I was showing him the date of George's death.
What day was it?
71, August 1971.
Okay, yes. So that had just happened. He got killed just before I got there. Yes, you see, it was still fresh. Quentin was, and the Solidaire 7. Okay, that was all that. Jesse Phillips and them. That was still fresh. Jesse Phillips came to Quentin after that Solidaire 7. But he said, if you slip and fall, nigga, I'm going to blow your head off. And one of the convicts said, that's the motherfucker that killed George. And I'm like, and see, George was hot in our minds, because when that happened, I was in the county jail. And the county jail was reeking with George Jackson and Jonathan Jackson, doing what he did in the courtroom and all that kind of shit, So I was like, the brothers got them kind of balls. You know what I'm saying? We never thought of being that hard. His brother got the judge with a shotgun taped to his neck. You know, what a hard-ass brother. You know what I'm saying? We thought we was bad, but these motherfuckers was tough. You know, they had enough. Okay? Then, the boys who killed Bunchy Carter, right? Bunchy was my friend. Talked to me right in that room there. And we shared Panther Piss together. We drank wine together. I don't remember him smoking the weed with me, but I know we drank wine. And he talked with me. He didn't school me, he talked to me. Because he made a statement once, Big Craig, you ain't but 17, you could rob a bank now and won't do nothing to go to YTS. But see, but that was wrong, because at that time they started sending us to prison at 17. See, his brother ended up going to prison still there. It's from 16, okay? But he said that to me right there, and I was thinking, bullshit, I ain't robbing no bank. Okay? But see, and then, you know, I sat on the yard with Geronimo Pratt. And that's Bunchy, they buddies. And I told Geronimo what Bunchy had told me, and he gave me that look. When he said that, I'm like, yes. Could have been said in playful, you know, could have been playful. But we thought we were tough. We were tough physically from working out. But it wasn't like I wanted to pick up no gun and rob nothing. Okay? Is that my pen or your pen? Because I brought one too, just in case.
So you mentioned Bunchy Carter's killers. Did they hit San Quentin?
Oh, yeah. I had to look at them motherfuckers all the time. Okay? The Steiner brothers. Okay? But see, they got a saying, what's happened on the street, stay on the street. Okay? And for the longest, because I even told some of the guys I want to do something to them, right? But they said, man, you can't do nothing to them, because they were really BGF affiliated.
I was about to ask you that.
BGF strong.
Did they join BGF when they hit the prison system?
They were there when I got there. Okay. And they were there with Bone Walk.
That's right, because it's 1969.
Yeah. They were there with Bone Walk and my brother, my oldest brother. I tried to tell him, don't get familiar with them fuckers. Okay? That's a whole nother story.
Right.
Let me just check this.
Did you talk about him and Tookie peeling off the Cutes Justin?
Nah, he didn't say
Tell
about
us that story. When Cutes judged you and
Oh,
Tookie.
okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So, one of them days when I picked up Cutes on the corner, and he tell me, Tookie been looking for you, he wasn't trained. He might show up today like that. Well, Tookie come through the door, him and that white guy, his entourage, I say. And so we start benching. What you doing today, cuz? I said, don't you be cuzzing me. Because they talk like that. And cuz this, cuz that. I said, don't quit talking, don't cuz me. I didn't talk like that. Okay? And Cutes checked it. Monson, whatever. But that's the way he talked, so he kept it up. It was hard for him to just cut it out. Anyhow, we start running that way, and I kill him on the bench press. I'm killing him. And he got a little mad because he was doing his best. You know what I mean? And it offends you when you do your best and you know you can't beat. You know what I mean? When you can't win. This motherfucker beat me. So, I'll be back. He went outside for a minute. I said, damn, where you going in the middle of a set? Okay, he came back all glassy-eyed and shit. I said, oh, you done smoked a wet daddy. Okay, you know, that's that Sherman shit. He come, I said, they say the motherfuckers, he's strong as a bull. And I'm laughing at him. I'm clowning him, really, because I know I got him, and I know I got him on the run. You know what I mean? But it's tickling me because he been searching for me. He'd come and ask my mama to call me. That boy at the front, don't you give him my number. That boy been looking for you again because he come over. He was the challenge, okay? So I kill him on the bench, kill him on the incline. Then let's go in the back, have a pose down. Back then, I always carried that camera where you take the little film to photo mat, drop it in. I carried a camera with me in my gym bag. I said, Tookie, let me take some pictures with you, me and you. Cute. You taking no pictures. told you, he wouldn't take no pictures with me. If he did, they'd be in that book.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Tookie wouldn't take no pictures. So, double bicep, do a double bicep. So I'm standing here, he's standing there, and we looking in the mirror, and Cute say, no, Tookie say, what it look like, cuz? What it look like? And Cute say, oh, cuz, he got you. Tookie look over at him, kind of pissed. Then he said, okay, let's do a side chest. Then we go to a side chest. And Tookie, he reached way down and he got it good. He's standing in front of me. And I'm kind of grinning because I'm like, he put his best. But he was still a little smooth. Okay? Because he was taking Diana ball. And I didn't know it until Cutes told me.
He was doing what?
He was taking them pills, Diana ball.
I never heard that too.
Okay, Diana ball. Those are the we call them breakfast of champion pills. Okay, they blow you up. Okay, and him and Jimel was taking them back then. And back then they both were walking around like butterballs. You know, they were so big and swole, but they were hard. But they were like Pillsbury Doughboys. And that's what we used to see at Venice Speech with the white boys. Okay, and I used to, Donnie boy, why they look different? They don't look like us. You know, and it was because of the roids, the pill. So.
Wait a minute, Took and Jimel were taking.
Yes, way back then, and we didn't know. That's how they get big. And you heard of Street Willie, right? Big Willie. You know, you heard of Big Willie.
I don't know.
He had the street races.
I don't know.
No.
Not offhand, I don't.
Yeah. But I'm surprised ain't nobody talked to you about him because Willie was he was about 6'5", 6'6", and he had street races over in the Long Alley, and he also got permit to have it at Terminal Island over there. And Willie used to come when I was at Zach's gym, 68th and Broadway. Willie would come in periodically, but he was coming in with steroids, and I didn't know. Okay, he was selling the pills, and Cutes just told me recently. Well, you know they was on them pills. What pill? Them little blue ones, Diana ball. I'm like, really? What's in the dark come to the light.
Right.
That's why they were so puffy. That's what I'm saying. Oh, Jimel did a contest at Valverde. That's a hawk. Cool. See him swerving? Yeah. Yeah.
You can see, man.
Yeah. Well, I ain't seen one in so long. Yeah. He's swerving there. He's doing his thing. There's two of them.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him. That's so cool.
Usually the smaller one's the female.
That's so cool.
Those are the ones that be snatching the fish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that stepped right up midair. Anyhow, so me and Cuse talked to him one time, and he said that, well, that's why they were so full and round, because they always look round and full. A steroid. That's
So you were aware of Jimel back then.
Yeah.
Did you ever work out with Jimel?
No, he was
He used to be in Venice sometimes, didn't he?
No.
Oh, he didn't come to Venice?
No. I went to, when I first came home, my first contest was at Valverde Park, and Jimel competed in it. And they gave, whatever place they gave him, like 5th or 6th, he got mad and threw the trophy back up on the stage. We at the park, okay? And he acted up, okay? Now, Jimel, he lived in Avalon Garden, okay? And on one of his YouTubes, he said, yeah, the Avenues used to beat me up. That wasn't me. That was the Baby Avenue. I had to ask Donnie Boy's brother. I said, Donnie, boo, did y'all ever have anything to do with Jimel? He said, oh, we used to kick his ass. So I'm like, really? See, I didn't know that. So, but people think that I knew everything about that. I didn't know. No. Me and Donnie was older. When we came home from the pen, we started hearing all this stuff that our younger brothers had did. Okay? They did more than what we did. Yeah, they had, see, my run was only like 3 years. And it wasn't, we didn't do that much.
Right.
No, we didn't do that much.
You guys made a big name.
Yeah.
Not mention the social clubs or the gangbanging without mentioning
that. That's right.